This interesting circle of jack bolts represents a new and more advanced bolting technology. We would like to introduce you to Superbolt, the simple solution to bolting problems. Your typical nut and bolt have been joining parts together for a long time. So why does the world need a Superbolt? Standard nuts and bolts work well when you're assembling small pieces. But when you need to bolt together large assemblies, complications start to arise. The main problem is that for bolt diameters over 1 inch, it becomes very difficult to create enough torque to tighten or loosen the bolt. Simple physics shows that the torque needed to properly pre-stress a bolt increases by the third power of the bolt diameter. Therefore, as the bolt diameter increases, the torque requirement for tightening soars. At 45,000 psi bolt stress, 365 foot-pounds of torque is required to tighten a 1-inch bolt. And for a 4-inch bolt, the torque required climbs to 37,850 foot-pounds. This high torque requirement for a 4-inch bolt would be the equivalent of 2 pickup trucks resting on a 4-foot wrench. The sledgehammer is still a common method of tightening large bolts, but this gives little control, is very inconsistent, and is a common cause of injuries. Other traditional tightening methods for large bolts include thermal tightening, crane wrenching, jack wrenching, hydraulic wrenching, and hydraulic tensioning. These methods tend to be expensive, inaccurate, time-consuming, and unsafe. But now there is a simple solution for tightening large bolts. Superbolt multi-jackbolt tensioners. Superbolt tensioners are designed as direct replacements for hex or other standard nuts and bolts. Superbolt tensioners allow you to tighten large bolts with simple hand tools. With Superbolt products, standard torque wrenches or air tools can produce more than 20 million pounds of bolt force. This makes bolting safer, more accurate, and less time-consuming. Let's learn how they work. Superbolt tensioners utilize a ring of hardened jack bolts threaded into a nut body. To install, the Superbolt tensioner is first threaded by hand onto a new or existing bolt or stud. Once positioned, bolt tensioning is accomplished by tightening the circle of jack bolts. As can be seen in this animation, once the nut body is threaded onto the main bolt, the jack bolts thrust against a hardened washer and push the nut body away from the bolted surface. A large bolt force is achieved with a small torque input. Tremendous clamping force is generated on the joint. As we have already seen for standard hex nuts, the torque required increases exponentially as bolt size increases. However, with Superbolt tensioners, the torque requirement remains small for any bolt size. Superbolt tensioners have a tremendous mechanical advantage. For example, for 1-inch bolts, the mechanical advantage is approximately 29-1, and for 4-inch bolts, it is approximately 162-1. The amount of preload achieved is directly proportional to the size and number of jack bolts used. Since the bolt preload is directly related to jack bolt torque, it is easy to maintain accurate preload control for sensitive applications. Superbolt tensioners achieve preload accuracy of 90% and can be calibrated to 95%. Even torque-calibrated hydraulic wrenches can achieve preload accuracy of only 60 to 70%. Not only can Superbolt tensioners achieve high preloads, they can maintain the clamping force even in harsh applications, such as press column nuts. Independent lab tests have shown that under extreme loads, Superbolt products will not come loose, even after 1 million cycles. Torquing standard hex nuts causes twisting of the main bolt, which can add unwanted internal stresses and reduce the load capacity. Since Superbolt products tighten in pure tension, there is no torsion on the main bolt. Additionally, since the main thread does not slide under load, no thread galling or seizure occurs. Inherent in the design of Superbolt tensioners is that they flex out slightly at the bottom and flex in slightly at the top. Flexing distributes the load throughout the entire thread engagement. This reduces the high stress concentration found on the first few threads of standard hex nuts. Flexing also adds elasticity, which can eliminate leakage problems in gasketed joints. Now that you understand how Superbolt tensioners function, let's learn more about the benefits you can gain from using our products. Because Superbolt tensioners are easy to install and reinstall, you can realize man-hour savings of 60% or greater over other bolting methods. Using air tools can even further increase your time savings. Unlike standard hex nuts, which are difficult to remove and often need to be burned off, Superbolt tensioners are easy to remove, creating additional man-hour savings. Because repairs go quickly, costly equipment downtime is dramatically reduced. In case of a downtime emergency, several workers can be used at the same time for both removal and installation. Superbolt products are economically priced and are reusable, making them cost-effective for both original equipment and maintenance upgrades. Just as important as the time and money savings, Superbolt tensioners are very safe to use. Since only hand tools are needed, common worker injuries related to other tightening methods are eliminated. And Superbolt products are easy to install in awkward and confined locations, improving worker safety and efficiency. For detailed comparisons of Superbolt tensioners versus other bolting methods, please visit our website at superbolt.com. We offer a complete line of torque nuts and torque bolts for any bolting application. On heat exchangers, Superbolt tensioners are used both on end plates and intermediate flanges. The turbine series is designed to fit in the tight bolting patterns common to turbine casings and valves. Superbolt tensioners are used to provide a leak-free seal on a wide variety of high-pressure flanges. For boiler feed pumps, installation times can be cut dramatically. A complete installation on 18 5-inch nuts was done in 1 hour and 45 minutes with 2 men. Shown here on this dragline ring gear, Superbolt tensioners solve applications with extreme reversing loads. On split case compressors, our tensioners are utilized to clamp the split line. Piston end nuts are direct replacements for the original nuts, and it is not necessary to clamp the rod for installation and removal. Superbolt crosshead jam nuts eliminate traditional unsafe tightening methods used to secure the piston rod. These press columns were tensioned to 2.5 million pounds using only 275 foot-pounds of torque. Each tensioner required less than 40 minutes to install. Superbolt tensioners have been installed on many types of valves and are ideal for awkward locations. For large couplings, a 5-piece bolting system is available. 2 tensioners force the stud into an expandable tapered sleeve. This system is easy to remove and provides the benefits of expensive hydraulic systems.